this thing on? Oh no! Oh no! This microphone sucks. Cables never want to stay together. Oh my god. Hi! It's been a hot minute since I've filmed anything, and I'm so sorry for that. I have not forgotten about you guys. I've thought about you at least a couple times a week. A lot has changed. A lot has happened in the last couple of months, and I thought that I would just come on here and talk about that. So if that's cool with you guys, we're just gonna have a little yap sesh. Yap. My hair is different. I got this done about a month ago, almost a month ago now. I have raccoon tails. I see a raccoon on the side of the road now that's dead, and I'm like, I feel for you, brother. That's not I don't know what I'm singing. I've been watching Young Scuff. I also got my hair cut, and I don't know, it's a little bit different. These bangs were a lot shorter. It hasn't even been a month yet, and I had this cut to where my eye is right here. Look how long it is already. I'm stuck. My boot is stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get out. I'm stuck. No. How do I get it out? Okay, well, I made it out. So, I also got my seconds done on my piercings, which I'm so excited about. I'm so happy. In another 2 months, I can get hoops. I can also officially kiss people now. Let's just pretend that's why I went away for a while, because I was so upset that I couldn't make out with you guys. Now, you're welcome. Welcome? I guess we'll just go through the list of updates. First of all, the person that ghosted me, I made a video about this, started talking to me again. They just pretended like it was normal and like nothing happened. And I was like, okay. So now we have clear boundaries. Now I have a really good sight on the whole thing, and I realize that they're just not as emotionally intelligent as I am, and they're kind of an asshole. But you know what? That's what's great about having BPD, is that I feel everything and I feel other people's emotions. So like, I'm like right there in the emotional intelligence. I know all the shit about the shit. And so, you know, I can be compassionate towards this person, but also be like, man, what you did was fucked up, and you still don't know what you did. But whatever, just dance. In unfortunate news, I had to put why do I sound like an actual newscaster? Coming up, I'm getting an emergency news right now. No, but in all seriousness, I had to put my dog down. Which I'm not going to cry about, because I've cried about it almost every single day since it happened. It was in August, a week before his 9th birthday. I just got really sick. I'm going to make this short so that no one cries. Essentially, it happened out of nowhere. He just got really sick one day. I had to take him to an emergency vet clinic with my sister. They told us that he had some kind of anemia. I decided to get him a blood transfusion. I poured all of my savings into getting him better, but he had epilepsy, and they didn't realize that was going to be a problem. So his body temperature just got so high while he spent 2 days in this emergency vet clinic that he started seizing really bad, and his brain was just so far gone after that. I went to go see him, and all he could do was lay on a table and breathe. So I decided that, you know, we just weren't going to further anything, because they said neurologically he would not be there even if the blood transfusion helped. It was a learning experience for them, because they didn't realize that was going to happen. They didn't realize that was going to be an issue. They said that he should have survived the transfusion because his white blood cell count was great. But yeah, he was my best friend, and we brought the whole family to go see him when I made that decision. We brought his brother, Stormy, and yeah, so Gus is no longer with us. But I wear his badass collar around my wrist every day, and I think about him all the time, and I'm sure he's sniffing people's breaths up in wherever he is, because he just loved to get right inside your mouth with his schnoz after he stuck it in his brother's butthole. Anyway, all in the same fell swoop. The 2 days before we put him down, the day that he got really sick, my supposed best friend, you know, remember Rachel from the video where I got my piercings done? Yeah. We're not friends anymore. The day that Gus got sick, we got into a fight, and I laugh at it so hard now. Essentially, what happened was we argued about my mental health. She was like, "You're not taking any medication for any of your mental illnesses?" I was like, no. She just kept asking about it and saying that I should be taking it, which was just like weird. Guys, I don't know. She said a lot of insensitive things. I have so many stories that I could tell about her if you guys ever wanted to hear them. Actually, I should make a video about that because I am a little bit scared because I know she watched my YouTube channel at one point, so what if she sees this? Rachelle, if you don't want me to debrief anything about you, DM me and I won't. Okay, there we go, but I will talk about the argument. So yeah, she was just prying and being weird about the fact that I don't take medication, and this all happened over text. And I hate having arguments with people over text. I'd rather do it in person. But she had said that if you take medication, you can cure your mental illness and it will go away. And she told me that anxiety and depression aren't forever and they will go away one day. And I was laughing and being like, what? Because literally every doctor and my therapist has told me multiple times, Chloe, it's not going away. It's never going to go away. It's going to come back. Because I constantly gaslight myself and say like, oh, I don't have BPD, I don't have OCD, I don't have depression, I don't have anxiety. Just like going through the fucking DSM-5 until it gets really bad again. And then I'm like, oh, holy fucking shit, I'm fucked. I do have a dissociative disorder. Like, why is there macaroni flying through the room? Why does my wall look like TV static? Also just thought it was really funny that she said that because like she does struggle with anxiety and depression, but she does not have a dissociative disorder or BPD. So for her to be like, it'll go away if you medicate yourself, it just helps it, girl. Which I'm not saying that no one should take medication. I am totally fine with anyone taking medication. That's not any of my business. It's just a personal choice. I just don't want to take it. And I do go to therapy. And she tried to say in these messages that I don't take care of myself and that I have all these problems that I could fix and all these resources in front of me that I'm not using. And I was like, you don't see me work on myself every single day. My entire life has been about bettering myself. I remember being in 2nd grade, talking to myself in my bed, in my room at night, like a therapist, trying to go through all of my problems and solve them. And my dad would come in my room and yell at me because he could hear me talking. I am not a selfish person, but my whole life has been about myself. Meanwhile, I put other people first too much and set myself up for failure. Like, what? People who relate, put a hand up, high five. But I told her that was weird and that she shouldn't do that, and she just wouldn't drop the subject, and then told me that I just constantly blow things out of proportion, which was funny because we only ever had one other argument in our 2 years of being friends. And it was also, looking back at it, a place where we didn't really need to have an argument. Problem with me is that when something happens that where someone else hurts me or something weird happens, is I will always come back and apologize. And it stems from my mom having arguments with her growing up and like just being gaslighted and manipulated all the time. Love my mother, but she knows what the fuck she did and what she still tries to do. Talk about toxic relationships. But yeah, so I was like, that's weird, don't do that. And then she tried to pin everything on me and say weird stuff. And I've talked to so many people about what happened, and they're all like, she said that? She said this? Like, what the fuck? And you did such a good job trying to be the bigger person in this conversation. Like, the way that you talked is so impressive. And I'm like, yeah, because I wasn't trying to have an argument. And because at one point I really believed that it was all my fault and I didn't want her to be mad at me. But then I said, hey, actually, we shouldn't be friends anymore. And I stuck up for myself. You should always stick up for yourself. I even was like, I love you and I think you're a good person and I think we're both good people, but we just don't fit. You know, I was so nice and compassionate at the end. And I also brought up the fact that my dog was dying, so I didn't really want to talk about it anymore. He never texted me back, so we're not friends anymore. And then my dad talked me into going on a trip to Colorado 3 days later, which we had this trip planned and for a couple months going to Colorado. But he was like, it'll get your mind off things. Let's go to Colorado. And then I cried silently, facing out the window like the entire time. I also got my period, which was one of the worst periods I've ever had in my life. It was a really bad trip. It had good points, but it was a really bad trip. I do have to go now, though. I'm so sorry this was such a short video. I miss you guys so much. I don't have a whole lot of storage on my phone, and I also don't have a video editor app anymore, so I have to do this all on TikTok, and the video has to be only 10 minutes. But you guys are so wonderful, and you're so great, and I'm sorry there were so many plot holes. I should just make a podcast, because, you know. But let me know if there's any videos that you want to see from me further, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay. Keep combination your pizza rolls. Slay, oh, slay, slay. I'll see you another day. Bye, baby.